Thank you. Welcome to the Calvin Dean Show. This is Calvin Dean. Wow. Do we have a show for you guys today? It's called Blockbuster Trade Week. And man, there was some blockbuster trades over this whole entire week, including today. Today's trade was infamy. I mean infamy. Mr. Tyreek Hill. Yes. Mr. Cheetah, right? Of the Kansas City Chiefs gets traded away to the Miami Dolphins. Now, mind you, he got a pretty big deal with the Dolphins. He did. He got a really big deal. And the Dolphins, on the other hand, got some, they got Tyreek Hill, and the Dolphins gave up a first-rounder this year, in the draft. It was number 29th overall. 29 overall. That's just, winner, chicken dinner, huh? Anyway, Tyreek Hill's the most prolific offensive player in the NFL as of today. There's not one cornerback, no one, that can actually stay with him. And, some teams, when it's 3rd down and 7, they got a linebacker underneath, they got a cornerback going deep, and then they have the safety going with the corner when Tyreek Hill's on the field. So that's like triple coverage. And he always gets double coverage. And he always has, a lot of the teams were just playing them deep and had them beat us underneath, which they did. The Kansas City Chiefs have lost something that was just, it's big. It's big, guys. I just don't see them a contender for the championship of the AFC. It's that big. It is. It really is, guys. And this is a 4-year deal. $120 million. That's $30 million a year. Wow. And, that is just, that's just phenomenal what these guys are getting. Look at Davonte Adams this week as well. That's why I call it Blockbuster Trade Week. Man, Davonte Adams got traded to the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, mind you, Rodgers knew about this possible trade when he signed his deal. Now, think about that, too. We'll go over that a little bit later. But, Rodgers is all him, and he thought he was going to be the news of the day when he got this extension, but he wasn't. It was Russell Wilson going to the Denver Broncos. He made the headline news that day. That cracked me up. But let's get back to Mr. Davonte Adams. Signed a $141 million deal. A 5-year deal. Wow. And so Tyreek Hill's getting more money than him. Yeah, he is the most dangerous. He is. He just is. He's that dangerous. But let's really step back. Come on, all of us. Really, let's step back and ask a few questions. Let's ask a few questions. And the easiest question is this. Who was throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill? It was gunslinger Patrick Mahomes. The guy can throw 1,000 Mars. You know, I mean, he could throw a ball to Mars. I mean, the guy is just, he's inhuman. And he would throw balls deep to Tyreek Hill. He'd be falling down, almost hitting the ground, throwing a ball that's 90 yards. Yeah, just exaggerating a little. But, I mean, that's who he was. And Tyreek Hill was fast enough to get to the point of ball where Mahomes threw it. Sometimes Mahomes would just throw it 30 yards, you know, either east or west of the field. And then he would know that Tyreek Hill would see it, and he would run under it and catch it. But, Mr. Tyreek Hill, you're going to the Miami Dolphins. And there's a problem with this. You have Tua, who is the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. Oh, that's just terrible. I mean, did he actually think? I think that's another one for you. You know, I did not say Tua. Oh my God! Wow. I mean, it's a rough crowd. And we have the signing of Mr. Tyreek Hill. Like I said, $120 million. $72 million is fully guaranteed. Wow. And what had broken down with the Kansas City Chiefs, the contract extension was a sticking point that led to Hill's divorce from the Chiefs. This receiver had offered a deal that would have made him one of the NFL's highest paid receivers with the Chiefs. But the offer didn't really satisfy Mr. Tyreek Hill, a la Rodgers. You know, I don't think Davonte Adams going to the Raiders was a move where it was just about money. I think his deal was all about going to play for Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders, who happen to have a really, really good team. And they will be in the playoffs this coming year. I can guarantee you that. Waller will be all healthy. You have Davonte Adams. Hello. I mean, the guy's top 4 wideout in the NFL. Easy top 4. Maybe even top 2. I know the Cheetah I'm putting number 1. Tyreek Hill, the Cheetah. And in all reality, I would probably put Cooper Kupp as number 2. Yes, Cooper Kupp, guys. What he did this year, not many have done that. Not many. And, you know, Davonte Adams, 3. Easy. You know, that's those 3. And then, you know, Jamar Chase, I would have him as top 10, maybe top 7. You know, Stephon Diggs, he's a proven commodity. I think Jamar Chase will just get better and better. I think he'll be a force to be reckoned with. The Cincinnati Bengals, they looked real good this last year. They'll even have a better year this coming year. If they do, then of course they'll be in the Super Bowl again, right? I didn't say that. I was just sarcastically saying that. No, I did not predict that. And watch it happen, and then it comes back to the show. You said you didn't predict it. How about Von Miller this week? Von Miller going from the Los Angeles champions, the Los Angeles Rams, and he signed with the Bills on a 6-year deal, $120 million. Wow. And, Buffalo also added a tight end, too, O.J. Howard from the Tampa Bay Bucks. He has been hurt as of lately, but man, that's a big move. And then of course we all had Tom Brady unretires, and that was one of the teams that Deshaun Watson was looking at, was the Tampa Bay Bucks, and then there was the Atlanta Falcons, and then also the Philadelphia Eagles, and of course the Cleveland Browns, which he ended up on. But there was some. I had strong inside information that on the 11th hour, Philly passed, and then at 12 midnight, Cleveland said, "Okay, we'll do it. We'll pull the trigger." $230 million. Deshaun Watson going from the Houston Texans, yes, to the Cleveland Browns. Poor Baker Mayfield. I think Baker would do good down in Miami with Tyreek Hill. That's my opinion. I really do. I really do think that would be a good get for Miami, because Baker can throw the ball, and I don't know if you look at in college, and Baker Mayfield went against Patrick Mahomes, and it's like they were throwing one touchdown after another. I think Baker Mayfield won that game, and I think he had like 6 touchdown passes or some stupid amount, and it was a great game. So, and he has the gun, he really does, and I think he would really do well in Miami with those wideouts. Wow. Whittle and Wiggins and Tyreek Hill. Wow. Whew. They're not going to do it with Tua. They aren't. Kind of late there, wouldn't you? I mean, when I say Tua, there you go. Get with the program. Anyway. So, I mean, there's the Tua. That's just my opinion. I just don't see him passing down the field to a Tyreek Hill. All Twitter. If you've been reading Twitter all day, it was they were kind of making fun of it. They had Steve Tebow throwing a ball, and it just fluttered. It was in practice, and it just fluttered and hit the ground, and this is Tua throwing to Tyreek Hill deep, and then it would just fall like 10 yards, the ball. It's terrible, but it's funny. But it's terrible. But it's kind of satirically true in a way. It really is. Now, with the Deshaun Watson trade, which I was almost certain, I know that it was between Philly and the Cleveland Browns right at the end, and Philly just didn't pull the trigger. They should have, but they didn't. And Watson went to Cleveland. I can see Watson picking Cleveland over Philly. That might have been it too, But Watson's trade was a $230 million deal that is fully guaranteed. 5 years, fully guaranteed. Wow, that's impressive. With the Browns, the ranking on this trade, I'm giving it a B plus. The Browns get a clear upgrade in quarterback, right? Watson over Baker, but this move does come with some risk. It really does, guys. The most immediate is Watson's off-field issues with his outstanding civil lawsuits. Not criminal, civil. The grand jury decided not to indict him. Usually when a grand jury just, says that they're not going to indict, then there's sufficient evidence that he isn't guilty of a crime. If they do indict him, then there is sufficient evidence that there was a crime committed. but he was not indicted. So there you go. Now, these 22 civil lawsuits, I believe it was 22 different women who alleged sexual misconduct or assault. If the grand jury found there was no criminal act, then still it's shameful that, but I don't know if, in all reality, if there wasn't if it wasn't, I like to hear both sides of the story. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about the women, and I'm a big women's advocate. The POTUS that's going on right now, young lady who will hopefully be confirmed as the first African American Supreme Court judge. Exciting stuff on that end, that's for sure. So I do feel for females who have been done wrong, but then also I am a fair man and I see things the way trials go, and I make my decisions then. So if the grand jury did not convict him on any type of criminal act, then he'd have to pay some maybe missteps that he had with some ladies while getting a massage, and that was the whole thing, right? It was the massage thing that was going on. So, I wasn't there, so I don't know. And my heart hurts that, any type of female would be, assaulted or done wrong. So anyway, we have, now mind you that the NFL is still investigating Watson's regarding the situation. And they're trying to construct a structure that would be sufficient in what's going on with his off-the-field antics. So we're going to have to wait on that one. Until another day, right, guys? Until another day. So, and then they gave the trade to the Houston Texans. They gave them an A. They're happy with this trade. They are really happy with this. It may have taken a bit longer than expected when Watson originally requested for the trade after the 2020 season, but the Houston Texans landed on their feet quite well. Yeah, they did. To get the haul of a magnitude of players that is much off the field and uncertainty of Watson, and you don't know. You don't know what's really going to go on with that whole situation with him. I hope not. I hope nothing more for the kid. He's 25 years old. But, if he's done wrong, then he should pay the price. He should. What's so cool about it is that Robert Woods got traded to the Tennessee Titans. Robert tore his ACL near the end of the season in 2021, and then stepped in Mr. Odell Beckham and Odell Beckham, OBJ. Played up until the Super Bowl and tore his ACL in the Super Bowl. He was having one heck of a game. Couple catches, 2 touchdowns. The guy was great. 1 touchdown, excuse me. But anyway, so we don't know his situation with the Rams. So what do the Rams do? They go out and get Allen Robinson from the Chicago Bears. Another blockbuster trade. Wow. He signed a 3-year deal. And, they got some good wideouts, don't they? Wow. Cooper Kupp. Well, they did have Robert Woods, but Robert Woods just got traded this week. So Van Jefferson. Van really did well near the end of the season. He was doing great. I think also he's doing great because of OBJ, OBJ's around, it's just that's the reason why. I'm telling you something. Just like Tyreek Hill. Watch. Those guys, Kelsey, all the other guys, they're not going to get open as much. And they're going to have a hard time. Kansas City's going to be a hard time to bring it down the field. Still they have Patrick Mahomes, and he's going to be rifling it, but they're not going to have the success that they had. And I can guarantee you this, without Tyreek Hill, the Kansas City Chiefs will probably make it to the playoffs, but they won't make it to the Super Bowl, nor will they make it to the championship game or the FC championship game. They won't do it. It's not in the cards. The Rams are full of wideouts. They really do. They have a lot of good young players as well that are stepping up. Landon Akers, yeah. J.J. Koski, Warren Jackson, and Ben Sko. I'm just going to say Sko because I cannot pronounce his name, and I will destroy it if I try. So Allen Robinson just fits right into this picture, especially with Odell Beckham not knowing what he's going to be doing and, suffering an ACL, this year, mind you, February. And hats off to Matthew Stafford for signing an extension, a 4-year extension with the Los Angeles Rams at $160 million. And he got it. $60 million of that was a signing bonus. Wow. Davonte Adams was one of the big deals, trades. Going to the Raiders, $141.2 million for a 5-year deal. Tyreek Hill was 4 years at $120 million. So virtually Tyreek Hill's getting more money than Davonte Adams. But Davonte wanted to go to the Vegas Raiders because of Derek Carr, and they broke all types of records when they played for the Fresno State in college. So, Davonte wanted to hook it up, and Derek Carr has got some great arm, and even though I think Davonte loved Rodgers because of his talent, but it's not like a Brady Gronk thing. Gronk will go anywhere Brady goes because they have a great chemistry off the field. With Davonte and Rodgers, you don't know. I mean, if they had a great chemistry like Brady and Gronk, Davonte would stay, but they didn't. I don't think. That's just my opinion. So Davonte goes to the Raiders. Raiders, wow. Congratulations. Davonte's base salary is $28.25 million a year. Wow. And Rodgers knew about that trade too before he signed the deal. So there you go. Mr. All About Himself. I'll sign even if I'm losing out a wideout. Don't cry, Rodgers, if you're not making it to the next level. Re-signing with your team and then accepting that they're going to trade away the one weapon that makes this team tick at offense. That is dangerous. It just makes offense dangerous. Now teams are going to they're going to feed the box, stop Aaron Jones. What do they have? Lazard? Is top wide out? Oh, God. It's going to be a long year for the Packers. I truly think that the Davonte Adams really went the right route. I really do. I think the Raiders are going to be contenders this year. I really do think they're going to be contenders this year with Davonte Adams. That's just that one piece of the puzzle. Think about that team. Wow. Waller, Adams, Carr. Wow, that running game. Whew. The defense. Wow. We can go over some of the big deals. I mean, there's some great stuff that happened. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, when you're in the studio and you're doing a live show, things happen. I think that Davonte Adams, I think that's a really good trade for the Raiders. I think it's a bad trade for the Green Bay Packers. Deshaun Watson, I think that's an excellent trade for him and the Cleveland Browns. But on the other hand, you could get some games that the NFL might suspend Mr. Watson up to 6 to 8 games. There's talking. So, will Cleveland keep Baker around? Or no, I don't think so. I think Baker should really go to Miami. Like I said that before. I'll say it again and again and again. We won't really talk about the Carson Wentz trade. That was just an embarrassment on the Commanders' side of the trade. You're not getting a good quarterback. He's, unfortunately, Carson Wentz is not the 2017 Carson Wentz any longer. He got hurt. Too many hits, way too many hits. Matthew Stafford, $160 million extension, 4-year. That's awesome. Good for Matthew Stafford. Congratulations. I love the whole Aaron Rodgers deal where he got $200 million contract, a 4-year, highest paid NFL player with that contract. But then he thought that he was going to be the cat's meow that day when it comes to news, but he wasn't. It was Russell Wilson going to the Denver Broncos. That was the big news of that day. So, sorry, Aaron. You lose the news headline, and then you lose one of the best wideouts in the game. I'm saying third best wideout in the game. Maybe I think it's third best. I think the best is Cooper Kupp and Tyreek Hill. I think they're tied for number 1. So, and then you got Davonte Adams. And then, you have all the others, but Davonte's proven to be every year so great. Congratulations, Davonte Adams. Now, there's, some few other trades that were going in. I was told everyone, Matty Ice from the Atlanta Falcons is going to the Indianapolis Colts. Wow. Indianapolis has got to be happy. And, just Indianapolis itself, they get rid of Carson Wentz. They had Rivers, old veteran Rivers that only had 1 year in him. And it wasn't, like a stellar one, but he made him to the playoffs, made it to the playoffs. And then Mr. Carson Wentz, who just, the last few games just became mundane and terrible. They lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars, the worst defense in the National Football League. They need to win to be in. They're playing against the worst defense in the NFL. And the Indianapolis Colts lose. Wow. they had to have a scapegoat, and that scapegoat was Carson Wentz. I mean, if you watch that game, no one really blocked for Carson Wentz. So. Other news, the Kansas City Chiefs are hosting Packers wide receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling for a visit. That was today. And there's no word on that. The Packers are trying to re-sign him. So, that's another thing that's been going on. Bobby Wagner of the Seattle Seahawks is visiting the Rams. Visited the Rams today. So there's no instant response by the Rams, but I am sure that something's going to go on there. Bobby Wagner, I would love to have Bobby on my team, especially the Rams in the same division. So same NFC. Now, Al Michaels. This is big news for Thursday Night Football. Al Michaels and Kirk Hebestreet announced as broadcast team for Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. Now, there's Prime Video and there's NFL Network, right? So you just have to, there's two different networks. So there's going to be one network with those guys and the other network with the other guys. Yip, whoop-de-doo, huh? So we have some great trades. Great stuff. Matty Ice going to Indy. I don't know how that's going to go. Congratulations, Matt. Matty Ice. What a gentleman. What a gentleman, Matty. Really, you are. And, you've been playing on this terrible team for the last few years. You made it to the Super Bowl one year. Lost, but, Tom Brady. But, you haven't been playing. Well, you've been playing. Thank you. Matty Ice. You've been playing, pretty good, so to speak, being on your back a lot. And it's because your offensive line, Atlanta's not that good, as you do know. And Ridley bowing out, and now he's suspended for a whole year. So that's going on. So why not, near the end of your career, go to the Indianapolis Colts. I don't know why they keep picking these guys that are at the end of their careers. I just don't get it. Rivers, Wentz, Matty Ice. Matty Ice is a little bit better than Carson Wentz. Yes, he's a lot better. Let's be honest. But we don't know. I mean, when Julio Jones was on the top of his game, Matty Ice was, hot. And then Calvin Ridley came around. Wow. What a great tandem. And then wow. What happens? They go out and get the number one draft pick, Kyle Pitts, the tight end. Wow. But still, that team just loves to lose, unfortunately. So, Matty Ice, congratulations, sir. Congratulations. It couldn't happen to a better player and person. I wish you all the best. I hope that you do well, and I hope the Indianapolis Colts go to the next level. I really do. They deserve it. Well, you got Von Miller traded. We have Tyreek. We have Brady unretires. I went over Rodgers, Wilson, Matthew Stafford, and last but not least, Big Wit from the Los Angeles Rams. Yes, Mr. Witt himself. Oh, man, that guy is just, Andrew, I can just tell you that you are the main man. Man, Andrew Whitworth, Congratulations, sir, on your retirement. He was the Rams Super Bowl championship offensive player lineman and the NFL's 2022 Walter Payton Man of the Year award. And he's retiring. And he's going out a champion. Good for him. Good for him. Guy's a house, by the way. If you ever met him, he's a house. I mean, I come up to his ankles. He's that big. He's huge. He's like Paul Bunyan, you know. And, if the Rams only had one lineman, I mean, he could take them all. Congratulations, Mr. Witt. There's a few players still out there. Jimmy G's still wailing in the wind. There's been talk about McCaffrey from the Carolina Panthers. And wow, I would pick up Jimmy G in a second if I was one of these teams. It's by Washington. I don't understand why they didn't pick up him. But, I'll tell you, the San Francisco 49ers, wow. I mean, Nicky's Niners, without Jimmy G, I think they might just obtain him. They're trying to trade with him, right? And if they can't trade him, they might release him. That would be unfortunate for Jimmy G because then he wouldn't get the money that he is trying to get, right? So good luck with him. I think he's a much better player, much better quarterback than everyone thinks. He's his availability, but he's a winning quarterback. He brings his teams to championship, brings his teams to Super Bowls. I mean, not many players in the last 4 years have done that. How many quarterbacks have brought their team twice to the championship game within the last 3 years, and one time to the Super Bowl and one time to the championship game? I mean, there's not many out there. Not many at all. Congratulations, Jimmy G, for all those accomplishments. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. I mean, these trades are just amazing, aren't they? Have a wonderful, safe day, week, and good luck to my one friend up in Seattle tomorrow. Have a great night. Thank you for tuning in to the Calvin Dean Show.